Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a twin flame card reading of surrendering to the core of your union. So we're going to be using the Power of Surrender cards by Judith Orloff. So surrender is like such a huge part of twin flame union, coming into union with your twin flame, because it really is a process of surrendering everything that no longer serves you so that you can come back to your natural state, which is in union with your twin flame. And we're just going to get right into it. So the first card, that feels really good. So the first card is surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And it's got, it's like a beautiful divine like forest and flowers, and some nice red flowers in there. And it says, take a relaxing break and spend some time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy there. So the nature is like such a huge teacher and gift to coming back into alignment with your true self, coming back into alignment with the divine. Like nature always naturally rebalances itself. Like nothing can ever truly destroy nature. It always replenishes itself. It's truly divine. And it is a deep, deep teacher of surrender and peace, which is at the core of your union. You will watch plants surrender to the weather, right? They'll surrender, and you'll watch trees surrender and flow with the wind, and their peace is not taken from them. They remain in their peace. And this card is just inviting you to relax, go receive from nature, and receive the peace and lessons that it's offering you, because it's going to teach you how to truly surrender in your twin flame union. So go out and be open to receiving its lessons for you, because it loves you dearly. The second card we have is surrender, low self-esteem. Let's get the picture there. I love this flower, sunflower. It's so just bare, so much beauty and life and power. So it says, you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Yeah, absolutely. At the core of your union, you are truly confident in your divinity and truly confident in love, and that you are love, and that love is shared between you and your twin flame. And this card is inviting you to look at those parts of yourself, to have introspection, and it's safe to look at those parts of yourself, where you may recognize you putting yourself down, or saying you're shit, you're not good enough, you can't do it, and to let that go, because it doesn't serve you. For one, it's not going to support you in moving forward in love towards your union, and it's also simply just not the truth of who you are, because you were created as divinity. You were created as your higher self. That's the truth of who you are, and that's an awareness you're coming back to, is that you have always been successful, abundant, and perfectly divine. Yeah, really separating those separation thoughts is how you come back into alignment with love and your union. So the third card we have, surrender defensiveness. Yeah, it's got this, I'm not sure where this lady's from or what she does, but she's got a sword, and she's really peaceful and surrendered with that sword. She's surrendered that sword, and she's kind of just flowing with what's going on. she doesn't have to fight anything because nothing is against her. She doesn't allow her to be against herself. I think that really speaks to it. Don't be against yourself. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Yeah. So like if you're holding on to like conflict in between you and your twin flame, or you feel like you need to like defend yourself and communicate, what's true in your relationship, or justify like that him or your twin flame isn't treating you well, or they're not awakened, and like if you're upset in this part of your relationship, it's safe to surrender any like criticism or fight that you have, that you're holding on to, or that you're choosing, right? Because that's never going to serve your union coming into deeper peace. Choose to let go of that defensiveness and allow yourself to communicate from a place of peace and maturity in any situation, right? Because love, like if you're grounded in truth, there's never a reason to be defensive, right? You only need to defend yourself if you feel like you're being threatened. But the truth is, like, only love is real, and love can never be threatened. Okay, so I'm feeling we'll pull 2 more cards. I just had to click a button, pull 2 more cards. So it says, surrender to your soul's path. And it's another nature garden, really being invited into nature. And there's a nice flowing stream, which is like surrendering to where you're being called, going with the flow. And it says, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. That's just like so relieving, right? So like wherever you are, like right now in life, like it's okay, it's safe, it's exactly where you're meant to be for the lessons that you're meant to work through to come into union with your twin flame. Wherever you are right now, whatever's right in front of you is your next thing to work through to learn the lesson of love to come into union with your twin flame. So yeah, like you can relax here, know that you're in the right place, and surrender to the lessons that you're being guided through. Surrender to your soul's path, where you're being called. Good. Yeah. So the final card I always often pull from the bottom of the deck. The first one to pull from the top of the deck, and the bottom of the deck is like the overall message or the overall energy of the reading. Yeah. Surrender, frustration. That's nice and powerful. Yeah, like we've been talking about conflict, surrendering blocks you're having, going out in nature and letting go of anything you're holding on to, letting go of, low self-esteem. So this really resonates. Surrender, frustration. And yeah, there's this girl, and you can tell like she's like at this point, and she's like, she knows the next step is to like surrender frustration. So yeah, and she's got this beautiful like field of flowers really holding space for her as she lets go of that frustration. And the red's like representing the frustration, right? That energy, but the truth. That red is also representative of love. You can surrender to that love that you're being invited to. Red, the true depiction is love. So the message is frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Yeah, so let's just like do that right now. Yeah, because if you're like holding on to what this card is communicating, if you're holding on to tension, if you're holding on to frustration, and you're trying to like push forward on whatever you're frustrated about, uh, that's not the way, right? There's no progress being made if at the core of who you are is holding on to frustration. So progress is always made from a place of peace. So first step is to surrender that any frustration you're holding on to. Allow yourself to become centered again, and then you can really make intelligent, like aligned, decisive decisions. Aligned with love. That is truly gonna serve coming into union. And instead of like acting from a place of frustration, which might look like it just puts you in deeper resistance in your union. Find peace first, and then act from a place of love always. Yeah, awesome. So thank you. I hope this helped. Thank you for continuing to heal, to choose love on your twin flame journey. My name's Carmel. I'm a twin flame ascension coach for Twin Flames Universe. I guide people into union with their twin flame, and I offer services on my website, which I will link below. And I bless your union, and I look forward to offering more card readings for you. Have a lovely day. Bye now.